In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to take any podcast or any video that you like on YouTube and then translate that and convert that into 40, 50, 60 different types of content. Could be 50 Instagram reels, Twitter posts, Facebook posts, literally whatever you want. And this entire process is like 95% automated. If you just want to send off Twitter, for example, or a Facebook post, it is 100% automated. But if you want to create an Instagram reel or something like that, it requires just a manual bit in the middle. But don't worry, I'll show you exactly how to set this entire thing up step by step. And there's only 3 processes. There's process A to grab it and create the quotes. There's process B if you want to create a reel, which is involving Dropbox and Canva. And then there's process 3, which is essentially sending it to Twitter, but you can interchange 2 and 3 and add in Facebook or do whatever you like. But I'll show you exactly how to do all of it step by step. And if you don't know me, my name is Jack and my YouTube channel and community is all about the latest AI. It's about finding and using incredible automations. And most importantly, it's about the stuff that actually works. So with that in mind, it's time to grab your coffee and jump straight in. And I should also say that all of the blueprints, the resources and materials, and lots of content that I just don't upload to my YouTube channel is all available down below in my school community. So for example, an AI automated sales system where I go through and show you exactly how you might do and build this for an AI automation agency. There's tons of resources and videos that just aren't on the channel. So if you want to learn more about that, you can check the link down below. We would love to have you. And the other cool thing is if you're part of the community, you come down here. Just say you don't want to build out these automations, because I put out a lot of really cool automations. You just come down here, you're going to click on these 4 arrows here, import blueprint, you select the file, you hit save, and then all these automations build in automatically with all the agents. So with that in mind, I want to start off briefly by just showing you exactly how this automation works. Then I'll show you what tools you need, and then we're going to build together step by step. So let's run this through together. So for the purposes of this video, I've used the All In podcast, okay? It's a really cool podcast. I love it. The guys are quite funny and it's very, very, very informative. So what have I done? I've set up an RSS feed, and don't worry, I'll show you how to do this. It's actually really straightforward, to notify me as soon as they upload a video. So they upload a video, this bings off. I'm gonna run this module once, okay? So look at this. This is found the latest video that they've published. Zero Code Kit is running Python. It's completely no code. It's downloaded the entire YouTube transcript. This quota agent is taking that transcript based on the prompt that I gave it in the agent and translating it into like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 different quotes. It runs through a text parser and then it gets uploaded to Airtable. Now I've set it at 10 just so it doesn't like mind boggle us. And all the things that we covered there have become quotes in this. So for example, if I click on this one, Jeff Bezos, our job is to fail big, learn from it, and make the right next decision. How cool is that? And then if you just wanted to do Twitter, for example, let's just say I run this record once, we grab one of those quotes, it will then go through our Twitter agent that will turn that quote into a highly optimized viral Twitter post using one of our things here. So for example, if I come here and show you, this is our generation 3 Twitter model. So as you can see, it's got all the instructions, it's got example text, etc., etc. So we just copy that. And then here, for example, we've grabbed it, it's grabbed one of the tweets and it's posted it straight over to X. So if I load up Twitter and let's just see what I've got on that. I should start saying X really. I keep saying Twitter, it's pretty nuts, right? So let's check out X, for example. I come to the profile, I refresh it, and where is it? There you go, look at this, guys. It's taken that exact quote and change it. So for example, what was the input? The input was, the Facebook of AI has yet to be created. We're within 2 years of the basic building blocks being standardized. What a beautiful little quote. I love that. So that's a quote, and it's turned that into this. The AI landscape is still evolving. The Facebook of AI hasn't been created yet, but within 2 years, the foundational building blocks will be standardized. What game-changing innovations do you foresee? Hashtag AI, hashtag innovation. And then when we load up Twitter, it's exactly there, ready to be used and go. That's the bit. And then the other bit of that, the Instagram Reels, if I come over here, we've got all this cool stuff. So if I come over to my Airtable to make the Reels, I just come here and I'm just showing this high level so you can understand the process. Then I'll show you how you build it step by step. So in this case, I would come here, right? I look at the grid view. I click on this button here. I download the CSV. The CSV gets downloaded. So we'll call this one test quotes like this. Save to downloads. Awesome. Then what we do is we're going to head over to canva.com. And the canva.com is really where the magic comes, all right? So check this out, okay? So this is something that I was looking at earlier as a test. So delete these 4. Now, I've used the Alex Hormozy format as a for instance, but this could be anything you want because it seems to do quite well. So let's say, for example, okay, that you build this any way you want. And bear in mind, it's a reel. So you could have any image, any video, literally as many cool things as you want on this thing. I've just done a black background because text on a reel seems to perform very well on Instagram, so it's a great way just to extract your quotes, but this could be literally anything. So I come here, right? I've got all my quotes from this. Awesome. I've just downloaded them. And this is the only manual bit of the process. And for the amount of output you're going to get, 40, 50 reels, it's ridiculous. So I'm going to come down to the left here and click on apps. I come over here and just type in bulk, create, hit enter. And you see this at top left, click that bulk create. Now this is so cool. So look, you're gonna come down here, click on update data. Okay, we've selected the file we've done. We've got quotes, create time, and you see these guys, these 4 things, they relate exactly to the columns we had in this field. So if you wanna have multiple aspects, you can do. So I come back here, all I do is I click on this, I click on connect data, and I select the quotes. Right, so click on the quote. Awesome, boom. Now, if I had 5 different text sections at the bottom, it could be who's given the quote. I can like the opportunities for this are ridiculous. I'm just keeping it simple. This video isn't 15 hours long. Although maybe you'd like that, I don't know. So now I've mapped that, then we click continue, and look at this, right? So these were just little test ones I've done, so I removed those. Now look at this. When I hit this generate 20 designs, look what happens. You ready? Now check this out. It has created, using that blueprint, all of these different quotes on the same format. And bear in mind, this could be anything you want. Look how crazy this is, guys. This is ridiculous. Then all we would do is we come down here, share. We're gonna come down to download, all 20 pages, download pages as separate file, click download. A little tip, if you're doing Instagram Reels, it needs to be 3 seconds or greater. We download those files. Then we head over to Dropbox, we're gonna upload our files, click on upload. We select all the files, we click open. This then sends all those files over to Dropbox. And again, don't worry, I'm doing it high level just to show you the process. And that's all you ever need to do manual. Add to Canva, upload to Dropbox, that's it. Then what happens? We then, for example, go over to the third part of our automation over here. This part automation, excuse me. And then what do? We just run this once. Dropbox finds it, we make an API call to grab it. And then as we sit here and speak, it's been posted to Instagram Reels. Now look, if I open this Instagram Reel, now this is like an MMA podcast I've used for demonstration purposes on my channel, but you're gonna see in a second, this is gonna pop up on there. And guys, like this is absolutely huge. Like if you just want to sit there and make podcast content and just sit there with your friends for an hour and a half talking about stuff, and you think, man, I just want to come and clip all this stuff. This automation does it. You're gonna make reels from it. You're gonna make tweets. You're gonna make Facebook posts. That's now posted to Instagram. So if I go to Instagram now, I should see it, right? So let's refresh the page. I need a drum roll emotion. And look at this. It's there. Google missed LLMs, got dragged into AI by innovators, now catching up by copying competitors. How crazy is that? Little funny tidbit, by the way, I actually left one of these test things up and people started liking it. Like, that's a testament to how effective this is. So guys, this automation, like you would be paying an agency 10K, 5K to run this thing for you. It can be done automatically. And if you want to work with me in an AI automation agency to build this directly, I've got a link down below. We take this all of your hands and build some cool stuff. But in any case, I'm going to show you exactly how you can build it yourself, because I want to give you all this information, all this knowledge for free to help you either grow your own business, your own agency, or just smash your goals. So with that in mind, what do we need for this automation? Well, the first thing you're going to need to run this thing is make.com. It's our no-code automation tool. It's how we build all this stuff. And it basically means we can act like coders without really knowing too much code. So that's number one. Now, the second thing you're gonna need is access to rss.app. This is gonna be how we grab our feeds and we get the updates from YouTube or any platform we want to. It's really cool. They have a free plan, so that's not necessarily paid, but it's just something you need to create an account for. Then you need access to airtable.com. Again, that's free, up to like 1,000 records. It's kind of like our Google Sheets on steroids. We love it, it's great. We have a good time with it, it's perfect. Then you need this thing here called Zero Code Kit. Now, this is the cool magic bit of our automation that lets us run Python code. You can see this here, this Python code. It lets us run that Python code to download the YouTube transcript. You get like 25 free goes when you create an account, so you can test it out, see if the automation's for you without paying. I personally pay for this. I think it's an amazing tool and well worth it. I've seen other services charge like $20 at least a month just for what I'm gonna show you how to do for free. Obviously, we're gonna need access to a language model. So that could be ChatGPT, it could be Claude, it could be anything, it could be Opus, it could be whatever you want. So you'd want access to platform.openai.com and you just throw in $5 of credits. And with that, you can start to use the API and stuff. Text Parser is just an inbuilt module. What else do we need? I'll come over here and just show you everything you need. Airtable, Twitter, X. So yeah, I mean, you'll need a Twitter account if you want to post on Twitter, of course. And then finally, the last thing you need is access to Dropbox. Not Google Drive, because Google Drive, for some reason, they like to make things complicated, and we want to keep things simple. So access to Dropbox, and if you have those things, guys, you can build this. Then you just need a mic or a YouTube video, and you're ready to go. I'm not showing this to be like Parasite, where you could like take other people's content and repurpose it. This is more for like your own content. So use it responsibly. As with all great weapons, use them responsibly. Okay, so let's create the first part of the automation. Now, I'm not gonna be lazy and upload the thing on there. So I'm gonna build it from scratch from you, okay? So let's give this one here, build together, 1 out of 3. Cool, so first step is RSS apps. Let's go to rss.app. Okay guys, so when you log in, you're gonna see this kind of feature here. So how do we get the YouTube thing? So we come over here, I've typed in all in podcast. I'd go over to their main page like so, like this. And then when you land on it, you'll see the URL, which is youtube.com/@allin. We're gonna copy that, okay? Then we're gonna go back over to rss.app. And then, let me delete this one because it's one I already had. But if I delete this, I'm gonna come here, create new feed, enter the topic URL, enter it, and you can enter your own YouTube channel ID, and this will create an RSS feed for that channel. So if I put my own YouTube channel in there, for example, what this would do is just create every video that I've created. So look, here is every single video that they've done. So I come back and check it, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same, and it's a complete reflection. So I come back, and then what I do is I just say feed like so, and then I click copy. Awesome. And then I come back over to the automation, I click on plus, I search for RSS. Now, we would normally say, I want you to watch RSS feed items. In other words, as soon as something's added, grab the video and start the automation. Because this isn't running in real time and we're trying to grab something for the purpose of this, I'm gonna say retrieve, which is to go back and grab what was already there. So we click on retrieve RSS feed items, and all we do, guys, is we just enter that URL, the exact same URL that we had from here. We just copy it, come over, and we enter it. Date from, date to, maximum return items, just for the purpose of this, I'm gonna say 1. So I put that down there, I click OK, and then I'm gonna run once. And then look, that's cool. And look at this, guys, it basically pulled through the title, the description, and most importantly, what we're looking for here is the URL. So this is the bit where we become super coders, okay? Now we've got the URL, what we have to do in order to create the quotes is get a copy of the transcript. So in order to do that, we need to head over to a different website. So the website I want to head over to is I want to head over to Google and just simply type in Zero Code Kit, like so. Cool. Come over here, grab this, and you'll see a page that looks like this. I just want you to go and sign up and sign in. And when you've done that, you'll get like 25 free credits. And you come down here, you'll see an API key. You just copy that. And when you come back over here and you click on add new thing, I type in zero code like this. You enter that API key, and then that will create a connection for you. Now, I want you to click on run Python code. Excellent. So what this enables us to do is run code without actually being coders, okay? So once you've made that connection, you can see over here in Zero Code Kit, you have a certain number of credits to play with. I've got the paid version because I just think it's epic and I use it a lot. So it's awesome. So I come back. Now we need to enter the Python code that will say, hey, go run this API, grab the transcript and give it to me. So we enter our Python code. This is all available down below in the blueprint section. But if you want to build this yourself, you can chat to different language models and say, hey, build me Python code that does X, play around with it, and then enter it in the description. But this is with all the blueprints and resources down below. So look, then all we do, guys, is we just specify the URL, right? So look, I come here, I click on this, and then I want you to go and grab that URL. And one of the reasons why we hard code now the Python code here is it just makes it a little bit more robust. Now, the final thing we want to do, we've got the RSS feed, we've got Zero Code Kit, so that's going to turn it into a transcript for us. Then we need to get something that's going to turn it into quotes. So we click on plus. I want you to click on this here. If you haven't created this, just head over to platform.openai.com, grab the API key, deposit some dollars in there, like you need $5 to get started with the API system, and then you can do this thing. Now, I want to use GPT-4o, and the reason I want to use GPT-4o, and that's the reason why we're doing what we call creator completion rather than an assistant, because the assistant link up isn't there at the moment. So we come down and click on model. GPT-4o, by the way, is a lot cheaper and insanely fast, which is excellent. So to use GPT-4o at the moment, at the time of this video, you have to use creator completion. Max tokens, just put 0. If you put 0 down, basically what that will do is it will just use the maximum number available for the model. Then we click on add message. Excellent, we set down role. Role is going to be user, and then we got the message content. You are a quote expert. Please review this podcast transcript, and then we'll just enter the result from Zero Code Kit. You must create 10 incisable, concise quotes from this content. You can rephrase it slightly to improve readability, but only if necessary. Do not change the meaning of the quote. Each quote should be a maximum of 200 characters. Format the output as follows. Short, impactful sentences for each quote. If there's more than one sentence, you can create. Ensure there's a single space or a line break in between it. Avoid filler words, repetition, unnecessary context. Maintain the original meaning. Do not include quotes that are incomplete or lack clarity. We want to aim for a mix of quotes. Focus on capturing the key essence of the key ideas shared in the podcast whilst maintaining brevity and accuracy. The final result should be a collection of powerful, bite-sized quotes that encapsulate the main insights from the episodes. And then guys, I've bet it like 50 highly viral examples that can run in there. Again, this will be all available as a blueprint down below in the school community. Cool. Now what do? We've got everything we need there. So we come up top, it's got the result. We click OK. We need to name this guy. I think this guy strikes me as a bit of a Sir quotes a lot. He's actually the long lost cousin of Bracket Guy, believe it or not. They're not really on speaking terms at the moment, but they are related. We click OK. All right, cool. Bracket Guy's from 2 videos ago, if you don't know. He's becoming a bit famous around here. So let's run the whole automation and see. So if this runs successfully, it will grab the URL from All in Podcast. It will run some Python code to grab the transcript, and then it will create some 10 quotes from that thing. So let's hit run once. We're now waiting for the RSS feed items. And this automation is so cool. The opportunities of this are insane. Like I was saying earlier, traditionally you had to hire people to do this, and now you just don't because it's ridiculous. And bear in mind, guys, this is an hour long. This entire conversation is an hour long. How many quotable things have you got within an hour? It's insane. Now look at this. It's now spit out the quotes. I come down, I look at the result. Look, 1, our job is to fail. It's to make these blunders, but learn from them and make the right next decision. The real advantage of businesses arises from trade secrets, not patents. Look at these beautiful quotes, beautiful quotes. And obviously, guys, in this one here, I've said 10, you could say 50, you could say as many as you think you have, and you can review it. Awesome. Okay, so now look, the next thing we've got to do, all right, we've got the URL, we've got the transcript, we've created some really cool quotes. What we now need to do is throw it into a table so that we can then post different things. But before we do that, we've got to find a way of taking these results, which is all together in a long string, and separating them as 10 separate different things. And to that, guys, I want you to add a text parser in there, okay? Click on text parser, and we're looking for match pattern down here. And then we just connect that together. We come over here, we click on him. Now look, this is going to be a little bit common, but essentially the TLDR of it is take an output with 10 items into it, and I want you to spit them off as like 10 separate things, okay? Now in the pattern, I want you to put this expression in. I'm going to zoom in so you can see and copy that, okay? It's quotation mark, bracket, dot, star, question mark. It looks a bit weird, doesn't it? But that's all you really need to put in there, okay? Now I'm going to zoom out. And then we go, yes, yes, no, no, no. Yes, global match, yes, case insensitive, no multi-line, no single, and no for the continued execution. And then we click text, and the text we want is the result. And then we click OK. Awesome. Now, that's pretty much all you need to know about text parse for the moment. It can be very complicated, but essentially it will help us like bring everything out. And what this is here, guys, is this is a RegEx pattern. And that basically, what you can do is you can speak to a language model and say, hey, here's the input I've got. This is where I want to get to. Create me a RegEx pattern for that. And you can put it in the pattern field. And that just helps you level up your game for things like trying to parse out ChatGPT outputs. It'll take you from like intermediate to like pro level, man. You're playing the big leagues, the NFL, the make world. Cool. So the next thing we want to do then is take all this stuff and add it to an Airtable, okay? So we're going to click on Airtable. I'm going to click show more. And we'll click on create a record. So we're going to head over to airtable.com. I'm going to create a new workspace. Now, when you do this and you connect it to Make, you'll be prompted to sign in. It's on a new page. I've got like a full tutorial, I think, on my school community where I run through this. So for example, if I come and have a look, I just want to make sure I've got all that in there for you. If you do need that extra help in terms of setting things up in the classroom, if I come down to tools, yeah, okay. So I've got, if you need the support, there's a videos to come help me do that, but this one should be fairly okay for you to do. All right, cool. So look, I'm on Airtable. Start from scratch, that's cool. Call this one build together quotes, and we'll give it pink. Sweet. And then I'm going to add a couple of fields. Click on this one first. We're going to rename this one as quotes. Come down here, long text. Click OK. come to the right one here. We're gonna edit field. We're gonna call this one date created. And excuse me, my apologies, not date created, it's time. Just type in created time, come down here, create time, click OK, and then we're gonna come here, we're gonna click on edit, and last modified time, and come down here, last modified time. So basically what this helps us to do is just track what was created when, and status we don't need. Super cool, we're ready to go. Build together quotes with several S's. We come back to this automation, all right? We select on the base, we're gonna refresh it so we can see the one that we've created together. And then can we find it? Build together quotes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Table, it's table 1. We only need one table for this automation. We get a sip of this delicious coffee. And then we've got quotes. Now, normally if you had like 15 fields, they'd all pop up there, but quotes is the only thing that we need. So we click on quotes, and then we want the output, which is gonna be the $1 from the text parser. Now, the inspiration for this really came from Alex Hormozi. Alex Hormozi's reels have like a quote, text, and a quote. So I want these to be quotes, so I'm just gonna add quotation marks around either side of them, okay? And then we're gonna run the whole automation together, and if this is done successfully, you will see 10 quotes appear there. So run now, RSS feed grabbed it, Zero Code Kits now grabbed the transcript. So Quote Slot is making all the different quotes for us. So Quote Slot, most underrated MVP on the planet, and then Airtable, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're counting on this child, we're doing everything, man. We go over, and do we see 10 quotes? We do. And so that's like, guys, how awesome is that? That could be 10, it could be 40, it could be 50. It's literally insane. Now look at this. This is all the quotes from that thing. In 5 to 10 years, how companies operate will be unrecognizable due to AI tools. This is insane, guys. This is literally ridiculous. This is the kind of thing you pay 10K to learn. Like I don't say that to say, oh, look how cool this stuff is. I just think it's so valuable. I'm so stoked to share with you guys for that. So this is the hardest bit done. So congratulations for following along with that. What do we want to do now? Now I'm going to show you the Twitter version, then I'm going to show you the Reels, which is like the masterpiece, la piece de la resistance. So I come over now, okay? Obviously, formalities. I come over here, call this one. Second scenario is build together, 2 out of 3. So what we need to do is have something that's going to watch that Airtable for us, okay? So click on the pink button, go for Airtable. Again, Airtable's like Google Sheets on steroids. I love it. I absolutely love it. And we're looking for watch records, which says, hey, I want you to sit there going like this, and the second you see something appear, grab it for me, bring it back. So look, click on base. I scroll down, I select the one that we chose, which is build together quotes. Amazing, that's just loading now in the background. Quick sip of coffee in the meantime. Table 1, phenomenal. Trigger field, last modified time. And then label field, we're gonna click on quotes. Limit 10. I want you to limit this to 1. Now, the reason I would personally say 1 is because the way that I would run this automation, and I'm gonna be running this automation, is I'm gonna say, look, I want this to, like, I don't want to post 50 tweets at the same time. You need to space them out. Twitter's a platform that won't punish you for volume play, right? Like you can post like 20 times, it's 20 spins of roulette wheel. Instagram will, so you wanna limit that to like 3 or so a day. With Twitter though, you still don't want 20 going at the same time. So I would actually set this scenario to run every 3 hours, every 6 hours. And so the way we do that is every 6 hours, it runs it once, it turns the wheels, and Airtable's only ever gonna allow 1 to come through. So you build up a backlog, you do 50, you want every 3 hours. I mean, how many is that gonna be? So if I do 3 hours times by 50, for example, 150 hours, that's like 6 days worth of content. Done, complete. So you only need to do this once a week. Incredible. Incredible the math works out like that, right? Click once, click OK, that's sweet. Then what do? We wanna use our Twitter agent now that's gonna take that and turn it into a really cool tweet for us. So we click on next. I want to click on this one. You can do create completion if you want an GPT-4o. I'll keep it easy and consistent to do that, but we've got an agent we can use for that. Create a completion, come down here. We're gonna go for model, GPT-4o system, add the message. The role is gonna be a user. Now let's go over to my school community and let's grab the Twitter agent. So let's come to the classroom. Let's go down to prompted agents. Let's find Twitter, generation 3 model, sweet, and we load him up here, for example. Nice, here we go. So let's copy this guy, sweet, and then we copy this. We come back over now, and we do is enter the prompt. Now we change the industry. So this is what, not actually, funnily enough, it is finance and business, this one, but you would just change the industry. And then come down here at the bottom, I would say the content. And then what do? I give it the quotes. Perfect. Sweet. And then we click, okay, sweet. And I come down, once we specify the max tokens, again, we'll do 0. We click OK, that's perfect. We'll call this one Tweetbot Generation 3. Sweet. And then we click on next. You know what? I should switch to X. I really should switch to X. I feel like I've not really been like, I just like, what do you call them though? You can't call them excrements. That's just not right, is it? So we need to think of something. Come down, create a post. Awesome. What's the text content? Well, the text content is a result from this, okay? We click OK. So I click run once. Airtable's waiting for the records to come in, right? Airtable's grabbed it. The Tweetbot's finalizing it. Let's see what the input and the output was. AI just made customer support agents obsolete. New AI models are revolutionizing the way you approach customer service. What implications do you think this has for the job market? Okay, so cool. Let's check the input. What was the output? Customer support agents' work has just been obsoleted by new AI models. That was absolutely a quote. I listened to the podcast. That's awesome. I come over. I refresh the page. And what's it giving us? AI just made customer support agents obsolete. New AI models are revolutionizing the way we approach customer service. What implication do you think this has for the job market? Hashtag artificial intelligence. It's within the character count. It's added a question for engagement. That's all been done automatically. How incredible is that, guys? That is absolutely insane. So we've done it. We've literally, you've done it. You've done it, baby. We've done it. So look, we've had this whole system here, created it. Now we've created tweets. And then the final part of automation, I can show you exactly how you do that and create reels from it. Now the reels is the bit that I'm most excited about because I haven't seen anyone crack that yet. And I was like, I have to crack it. And you know these automations, guys, they've got to be the stuff that works, right? I was like, we're gonna absolutely nail the Instagram stuff. So look, we come over here, and the cool thing about this is I co-work with one of the great guys in our community, Andy, on some of the specifics with this, and it was really brilliant to like leverage our group to think about things and find really creative solutions. So props to Andy for helping me shoulder to shoulder on building this last part of the automation, because together we cracked it. And one of the funny things we found, I'll just share one of the funny mistakes, is that if the Instagram reel's less than 3 seconds, it just won't let. We're sat like, dude, why is this not working? It should be working. It's like, oh, it's because it's not 3 seconds. So just to say that if you ever run into roadblocks, it's completely normal and it's completely okay. So look, what do we do now then? Well, look, we come back over now to our thing. Now, what we need to do, okay, is download this. So what you would do, and this is, if you're doing Reels, this is the only manual part of it. You would just do this once a week and it will save you a ton of time. So you'd have a look at it. You can amend these if you want to. You can add your own things. You can do whatever you like. I'll get rid of this one here. So what do I do? Well, I come over to grid view. I click the arrow. I click download CSV. The CSV downloads. I click this one as, let's call this whoa. Cool. All right. Save. Honestly, all my file names have the most ridiculous naming conventions, and it's caused me a headache. All right, look, I come over to Canva now, right? Okay. Now, I said to you before, this could be any video you want. So first thing you do, you come down here, you set how long you want the length to be. Okay, 13 to blah, blah, blah. You may need to get Canva Pro for this. It's like 10 quid, but honestly, the amount of times I use Canva is like insane. So little tip, you want it to be shorter. So if I have it like, it has to be a minimum of 3 seconds for Reel. If I have 3.2 seconds, I've got a lot of text. It takes a while to read the text. I get like 3, 4, 500% replay value, which boosts the Reel. The reason why you see people posting Reels when this could very easily be a post is the fact that Reels, I have found, get posted to more audiences, which is why, for example, you see Alex Hormozi do it as a Reel rather than the post. They don't do it for the sake of their health. They do it because it helps with reach. So you could pick, this could be a video background. You could create different standards. So each week could be a different style, and I can go through more video gen. But the purpose of this, I want to give it a crisp, clean, Hormozi-esque look, just to build this off. And again, I give you the blueprints, I give you the basics. You take those and you amend them for your own particular style. So look, what do I want? Now I can add as many textual components as I want to. So for example, I could click this, I could come down and I could say, by blah, blah, blah. And again, I can specify the font. It could be, instead of black, white, it could be yellow, okay? Have as many modifiable aspects to this as you humanly want. I'm keeping it simple for the purpose of a demonstration. Now look, what do? I come down to the left, and you might remember from earlier, I click on bulk crate. Why is bulk crate there? Well, because I used it earlier. But if you're here for the first time, apps, search apps, bulk create. And not the kind of bulk create with the whey protein powders, by the way. It's a better kind of bulk create. Awesome. Click on bulk create. Sweet. Now look, upload data. Now what data do we have? I seem to remember downloading a file not too long ago, so let's go see if we can find that one. Great, so uploaded the wow CV. Now guys, look at this. It's pulled through every heading. So, remember I just told you about, like, see this? If I would have had quotes and then a field that says author, like who said the quote, or like when was the quote said, I could add that as an additional column and then actually specify it here. So then quotes, I would map to this, and then author, I would map to this. So you can have all these cool modifiable things. How cool is this? This is crazy. But for the purpose of this, we're just gonna do one. Get rid of him, get him out of here. I click on this, all I do to map it is click on it, connect data, click on quotes. I've just disconnected it, my apologies. Click on quotes, boom, done. Hit continue. Here are all the things. Again, if I don't want them, I can exclude them. I click generate 10 designs, and you're gonna see a ricochet now. Follow all the way through with all these different reels. Look at this, boom. Look at these quotes, guys. Ready to go, ready to go, ready to go, ready to go. Done. I mean, I might even send this to Alex to be like, Alex, use this. This is going to save you a lot of time. Maybe I would do. Maybe I should do. I don't know. Okay, cool. So look, Alex, we'll let him exit. I told you my naming conventions are nuts, right? So what do? I click download here. Download 10 pages. Download pages is separate files. And then just hit download, guys. And that'll download as a zip. You need to go and open the zip. You do that just by double clicking on it. So then guys, you come over to Dropbox, open your Dropbox account. We're gonna look for folders here. So I've got 20 in the Reels item. What I'm gonna do just for the purpose of this is I'm gonna delete them all, get rid of them. Yeah, delete. Cool, so I've deleted them all. Now I'm gonna come down here. We're gonna create upload over here. Got the Alex stuff, click all these. Let's open them together. That all then uploads for us. Awesome, 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 cool. And then it's uploaded it, and then that will trigger the last part of the automation. So for the third part of the automation, guys, let's just give this correct name. First of all, build together 3 out of 3. Sweet. So we need someone to watch the Dropbox, okay? So look, Dropbox watches files. So I'm saying, hey dude, wait until I upload a file. So when you come over to Dropbox, what I'd love you to do, come to files, and you see I've created like a folder, just right click, where's the folder button? There you go. Create. I think it cool. Just create folder. Create a new folder. Call it Reels. Call it whatever you like. Whatever takes your fancy. I come back over. And I'm like, dude, just wait until you see something pop up in the file section. So click on this, and there's Reels. And again, the limit is 1. And what we would do, have this run every 3 to 6 hours at your preference by changing these things down here. Set regular intervals. You can change the minutes. You can go to advanced scheduling, and even check the days as per whatever you want to do, and even the months if you'd like to. Awesome. Now we're gonna do something a little bit fruity. We're gonna make an API call to Dropbox. Now don't let that put you off. Look at this, okay? Click on Dropbox. I'll just copy this step by step and it'll work for you, all right? This is gonna save you like hours and hours and hours of headache. Type in API, make an API call, okay? This is the endpoint we want, api.dropbox.api.com. Click on the URL, and I want you to enter this URL. /2/files/get_temporary_link. Method is post. All this is fine. Come down to the body, and then we're going to enter this code, okay? Which is path down here, and I'm going for path lower, okay? So look at this. Take a look at this if you can. I'll try to put this down below in the comments for you, or in the description so you can see it. Curly bracket, blah, 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 blah. We click OK. Now, why have we done that? We've done that because Dropbox downloaded a file. Like it was I tried to do this so much with Google Drive. And it's great if you download a file from Google Drive, you can send it by Gmail, but trying to get it out of the G Drive ecosystem, guys, is a complete nightmare. And we want to make this as simple as possible. So if you just follow those steps, enter those codes in there, you should be able to fly with this perfectly, okay? Now, if I realign, because it's gone a little bit nuts on it, right? Oh my goodness, it's gone absolutely crazy. Oh my goodness. Cool, so let's actually run this automation. So we click run once. It's found the Dropbox file, and it's found the API call. Amazing, cool. And by the way, you just need to upload something to Dropbox to do that. So I'm gonna do that with you right now, so you know how to do that perfectly fine. So let's head over to Dropbox. If I can even find out where this is. Okay, cool, now look. I click on my Reels folder. Okay, I'm gonna open it. Like so. And to upload it, all you're gonna do, guys, you're gonna come to the top, click on upload, click on file, and then we just upload all these things from Alex that we had, like so. And look, all these 10 things. And if you've done 50, you'll load all 50, and all your reels are sitting in this really cool Dropbox folder. I come back, and the last thing I'm gonna add here is Instagram, like this, show more, create a reel post, slide over. What's the video URL? Well, the video URL is, let's go down here, path lower, click that in, click OK. Now I'm going to run this, guys, and if this is done successfully, when I open up Instagram, we're going to see one of these cool emoji quotes on a reel, or it could have been anything you wanted to. So look, moment of truth, hit run once, Dropbox watching files, waiting to see how we uploaded something, what's going on, is it there? When it sees our file, it is going to make an API call to grab it and send it over to Instagram. That's failed, so let's find out exactly why that's happened. Invalid URL in parameter video URL. And that's because I mistakenly put the wrong in there, so what I'm looking for instead is body. So let's find which one that is. There we go, body link. We click here, we click on video URL, and then click on body, and it's the link. And that link will allow it to download. And that link will allow it to download, so if you actually open that link in a browser, what you will find is it'll start to download the file automatically for you. Now look, Dropbox found the file, we made an API call, Instagram for Business is now grabbing that link, and if this works, guys, when I open Instagram, we should actually see this reel. So this really is the moment of truth, right? So let's check that out. Head over to Instagram.com. We're at home, our play account. Let's go over to my profile and check that out. Man, Instagram web isn't a really great thread, is it? Come over to profile. Let's have a look. Click on my reels. It's not available just yet. I come back over. It's waiting. The suspense is crazy, right? I feel like we should have some build-up music because this is all happening in the background. So waiting this to post. And guys, this will just run every X amount of hours. And it's like, it feels like such an epic hands-off experience. That's going slowly, which is a good indication it's actually working properly. Oh, look at this, guys. It's just posted. I head now back over to Instagram. If I refresh this page, we should see it. I hit refresh. And there we go. Look, there's our reel. I don't know if I told you earlier or not, I did this as a test, and then like they started to get likes. Like literally it was crazy, even though it's not Alex Moses' thing. The Facebook of AI is yet to be created within 2 years of basic building blocks being standardized. Amazing. Incredible. And guys, that is the entire process. So thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I'm really pumped about this automatic repurposing system. I think it is so incredibly epic. In any case, guys, let me know down below what automations you'd like to see next. I hope you have a really awesome week, and I will see you in the next video.